Don, mindful you were missing three very good players, but did you sort of feel in that last quarter, in some respects, you simply run off your feet?
Oh, look, it was a disappointing last quarter. So we came here prepared to play and win a game of footy, and we were 20 up at three-quarter time, and we expect to win that game. We didn't.
What did you make of Douglas's bump in that report?
I haven't seen it, to be honest. So I really can't comment on it.
Just philosophically, do you think the bump's got a place where it's applied fairly and low?
Well, I think if it's fair and it's low, then yeah, that's acceptable as part of the game. But as I said, I haven't seen the incident, so I can't comment.
Were you particularly pleased by Bryce Gibbs' performance tonight, in particular at the start of the third quarter? He sort of set you up for a win in many respects. Yeah, look, he was influential at times throughout the night, which was good, and obviously bringing someone in from another footy club. There's a transition time and period for him as well to adapt to the way we play. But he showed some really good signs tonight.
Don, how much of an impact, I'm not trying to say it's an excuse, but how much of an impact does 4 weeks less of pre-season have on your round one performance?
I wouldn't have thought any. I mean, I saw Richmond play last night. Didn't see it impact their performance. So for us, we knew about it. So we had time to prepare, and
Tom asked if you ran off your legs, and I guess you were non-committal.
Yeah.
Is it more than that Essendon were just too powerful when it counted?
Look, as I said, I think we were in a good position at three-quarter time, and look, the numbers don't really lie. I mean, we conceded 20 inside 50s in the last quarter, which put a lot of pressure on our back line, and we were still winning a chunk of ball at times, but I think it's fair to say that Essendon on the night at the end outworked us.
What changed in that the last 15, 20 minutes not to go from 20 points up to them just basically opening you up for the next?
Well, I thought we lost control of the ball and lost control of the field position. When the ball went forward, we weren't able to keep it there, and the ball started being played in Essendon's forward half, and as we know in games and late in games in particular when fatigue's in play, field position's vital, and we didn't hold it and didn't retain it.
And is the fact that you've got a decidedly different look to the team with 3 debutants and some senior players out, is that any reason, in a sense that do you think it could take time for this team to gel together with the new guys coming in, or are they expected to be one out, one in and just continue on with the system?
Well, in an ideal world that'd be the case, but we also got some reality about we bring in, as you say, 3 new players and a few guys who didn't play a lot of footy for us last year. But that said, we were 20 points up at three-quarter time. So we clearly they understood the roles they needed to play. And we couldn't get it done. So credit to Essendon. For us, we dust off. We learn what we need to learn, and we get ready to go again next week.
Don, obviously a lot of different ways to measure effort, but how do you respond to half of your players not having a tackle in that last quarter?
Yeah, well, it's disappointing. Certainly not the way we want to play our footy.
Did you raise it with the boys, the tackling?
I haven't spoken to the team as yet. I'll catch up with them, I'm sure.
What could you have done in that last quarter? Was there things obviously you were trying to do to stop them?
Yeah. We did a couple of things to try and stop it. The reality is when you win the ball, you've got to be able to retain it. I think time in possession, we were way down. Certainly time in 4.5, it was nearly 30-70. So, there's a component where we needed to actually just own the ball for a period. And we couldn't do that, which didn't allow us to get that field position. So, as I say, credit to Essendon. We've got some work to do.
Can you give us your thoughts on your 3 debutants, you guys? Darcy and Tom.
Well, I thought Darcy and Lockie, who played forward, showed some good signs. They had some good energy. As first game players, it was a good introduction. A good challenge first up here at Etihad on a pretty fast deck. And I thought Tom Duday down back showed some really positive signs. I thought some of his intercept work, some of his follow-up work, just the little things that he was able to influence the game. I was pleased with Tom.
Did the goal review in the third quarter catch you by surprise in terms of the result, Dom?
Which one was that one? Was it
at the start of the third quarter, which I think was in your favour? It was paid a goal.
Murphy's one.
Yeah.
Well, hard to tell. There was one in the second quarter as well, which again, I'm not sort of sitting there looking at it through high definition, from the box viewpoint. I'll just back the umpires in to get those things right.
Do you like the review in general? Do you think there should be TV reviews in those situations?
Well, I think the TV review is valuable when it's quite clear that the decision is not correct. I think that the grey area comes when you're starting to look at a marginal decision. It's a bit like the cricket. Has it carried? Hasn't it carried? That's always difficult because you can't get the clarity on the vision to actually see exactly what's happened. So when it's clear, I think it's helpful. When it's not, I think you just go with the umpire's call. That's what they're there to do, and that's what happened tonight.
Tex Walker, Tom Lynch and Sam Gibson, maybe what possibility for next week?
Yeah, well, look, with all those guys are a possibility. They'll have a session, certainly probably not so much Sam, but Taylor and Tom will have a session tomorrow, and we're hopeful they'll be ready to go Thursday.
Does having so many players out sort of temper your feeling about the loss at all?
No, not at all. As I say, we were 20 points up at three-quarter time in a game that we expected to win, and we didn't. So I'm not looking for excuses. We'll understand and get reasons, and we'll get better. That's our commitment.
Sorry. At what point do you then try to hold the game as opposed to kicking on and winning it? Because surely at some stage you just try to hold Essendon off for 5 minutes, then you go again.
Well, I don't think 3 goals in the modern game is enough to be sitting back going, oh, we can hold this, especially not for 20 minutes. For us, it was more about how we could regain some control of the actual flow of the game, not so much worried about the scoreboard. As I say, to Essendon's credit, they came hard and they ran over the top of us. That was a summary.
It's a big week coming up with 3 matches in Richmond.
Yep.
The result and the way the game finished compounded any pressure, whether it was real or perceived on the team? Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I mean, next week's another opportunity to play against a side that's, clearly in good form for 4 points. That's how we'll approach it.
And just a word on Hugh Greenwood. He's had a difficult summer, but he did some good things tonight. Yeah,
look, Hugh has had he had an ankle operation which sort of delayed his pre-season a little bit, and he came in late for Sam Gibson. So we probably always knew he was going to be a little bit behind the 8 ball, given his interrupted prep. But as you say, he competes super hard. He's he's contested ball sort of winner, and he did some good things tonight.
Just with a short timeline, how will you approach preparation for the game against Richmond, Don?
So for us, it's we'll get back in Adelaide tomorrow. We'll do some recovery, get ourselves ready to go. Clearly, by the time we get in, on Monday, we're into Richmond, and so we'll recover quickly. We'll review what we need to out of tonight's game, and get ready to go again.
Did you watch the Tigers or go to the Tigers game last night?
Yeah, I went last night. Had a look.
You impressed?
Yeah, they played some good footy. I mean, I think Carlton certainly jumped out and got involved, but obviously in the end, the weight of numbers and sort of the way Richmond played sort of just went past Carlton.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.